Hello, friends. I've never done one of these before. What's up? So I'm here at the address of our house because our house is gone, as many of you know. I was able to get over here, so I just thought I'll share with you guys what we're working with. So here is our beautiful wall that made it because the fire came from the back of the house. And there is the front facade of our house. Now, our house is special because our house was built way back in the day, and we were blessed with a utility basement, which means you can go downstairs and almost stand up and work on plumbing and electrical, different things like that. As a result, my hope of sifting through the rubble is not quite satisfying because that's our utility basement and our living room. And over there is the master bedroom. That right there is one of my monitors that I used at my desk, which was along this wall. And you also see some of the stuff from the roof. Of course, that's our AC intake. And then the AC unit is actually over there on the other side of that wall. And so this was the original house right here underneath, or where all this is. And then they extended it over there on that slab. And then we had a covered patio right there. Sorry, I'm trying to look away from the camera. But yeah, so this was what's left of 3028 Glen Rose, the Range residence. We have every intention of coming back here, bigger and better, Lord willing. But yeah, it's just... it's kind of surreal to see. We still got some smoldering. Firefighters are going around shutting off gas and checking for hot spots and whatnot. So let me go over here. This was a rake. I mean, it's still a rake, but the handle is disintegrated. And then this was our bedroom window right here. That was our bedroom window. And then that was the other side of our bedroom window. And then that side was our guest bedroom window. And I'll just pop this over here real quick. Not much going on here, but we had this nice little side area. The previous owners had a dog, and the dogs would be here, but those stairs went to our garage. And then there's our AC unit that looks decent. It looks decent. But yeah, our pretty little dome still standing. And then quickly, I've been here for a minute, so I'm just going to quickly run through this. We had a big arch window here that blew out, obviously. Gas meter. And then here is where we charged our Tesla. And there is our Tesla Powerwall. That still looks pretty good, but doesn't work anymore. Yeah, so we come around here. And then again, this here was part of the original house. Actually, yes, it was part of the original house because it was over where it was elevated. So basically, it came straight over this way. Actually, no, I think the original house ended there, and then they did this as a little extension. And so the original house basically, or the second edition, the second installment, I don't know what you call it, was right here. And then back here is our kid's bedroom, and then there's a little communal area here. And then there was a bathroom there in our kids' room. So the picture, I don't know if I posted it, but the picture that we saw of our house at 11 o'clock yesterday, or Tuesday, was a fire on this back corner. And I thought that the fire came from that house. And when I came here to see their house looking good, I realized that it was another case of embers coming from over there and just landing where they land and starting a fire. So fire started on the back corner here and consumed our house, our garage, and then decided to share the wealth with our neighbor. So our neighbor's house also got taken right here, unfortunately. And if you look at KCAL News reporting yesterday, you'll see them reporting right from here as they were trying to contain the fire to this house to protect that one. So kudos to them because they accomplished their mission. You see that window over there is busted, but they were able to save that house. So kudos to them. It's still smoldering. Lord willing, that does not fire up again. And our neighbors to the west, they have been blessed with houses that are still intact. Now, we're not all out of the woods yet. As most of you guys know, there are still fires going on. Supposedly the winds are going to come back. So our neighbors are cautiously optimistic. They recognize the fact that this may not be the end of it. So let me just take you all in here. Again, we had a lock on this gate. It took me a second to get it off, but it came off. And I'm being very careful because nails are sticking up everywhere. So I'm trying to be smart about this. So we didn't have anything here, but what was here, this was one of those plastic slides for kids. It was a green slide with a brown steps. We had planned to take this to church, and it couldn't fit in the van, so I just left it here. But when the winds kicked up, I laid it on its side so it didn't blow anywhere, but the fire just took care of that. And I just want to show my wife, because I don't think she saw this, but we have this little, when we moved here, we had this heavy-duty sink that we moved here for a flower pot so she could do gardening. My wife doesn't have a green thumb. However, this, what is this? Not parsley, cilantro? I don't know. This thing looks good. I'm going to leave it here, though. I don't want to eat that. So, yeah. And then these fruits still look good. All right. So let's go over to our patio. That's one of the beams from the patio. We actually had, 3 beams, I think? So this is, yeah, you can see the other one on the ground over there. Then there's another one in the back, but this is our covered patio. 3028 Glenrose Avenue is where we lived. So if you want to go on Google Earth Street View, you can see what this looked like from above and from the street. I mean, obviously you can't really see back here so much. Maybe if you go on Zillow, I don't know. But you can see what it looked like before. And I don't mind giving up my address right now because there's not going to be anything here for a couple of years. Yeah, barbecue's here. And then if I just go over here. So this was part of our covered patio. We got remnants of bikes here. And I just inherited 2 bikes. Both of them are like over $1,000. And that's one of them right there. And they're gone because I couldn't do anything with them. But over this way, this is where we had our pantry. So this is the exterior wall line right here where that beam is. That's the exterior wall, and along that back wall, kids' room, and then we had our pantry here. And so I was able to sift through here. We see some canned goods and some what is that? That's a let me just make sure it's not too hot. It's not hot at all. Yeah, that's some cooking stuff. And as you can see, it's still smoldering. So I'm being careful not to disrupt it too much because the last thing I want to do is unearth some hot stuff. But yeah, I just felt like, I've never done a Facebook Live, but I know there are inquiring minds, and sometimes the news doesn't spend enough time showing you because they got lots of stories to get through. But, I just thought I'll share my experience, our experience with y'all. There's our kitchen trash can. Yeah, and I don't think we took the trash out. Let me see, is there anything in there? Yeah, we didn't take the trash out. That's our refrigerator. And then we had some foldable chairs. That's our ladder. It was plastic. That's why the steps are gone. Yeah, so our refrigerator was here, enclosed. And then Tedoy had a desk over there with the computer on it that we didn't grab. So that went bye-bye. And then we had our bathroom here and then the kids' room back there. And then in that area was our newly remodeled kitchen that I wouldn't say we spent a fortune on it, but, it was nice. So the kitchen gone. And then right here was the dining room. So the kids spent a lot of time here at the dining room table playing video games. We had a lot of those sort of IKEA carts full of, markers and different things for the kids to access. And then the bathroom, there's a bathroom right here, and then a guest bedroom. And yeah, as you can see, it's pretty deep. So there's no way I'm going to go down there and look for anything for a variety of reasons. But yeah, and then all that conduit is our solar that we got installed. Another thing that we invested in. And honestly, I would do it again. I know some people don't want to get solar or even a battery because, you know, you do the math on the payback period and it just doesn't pan out. And you're right. The payback period, there is no payback period. It's not going to work out. However, the peace of mind of having power when the power's out is fantastic. And also not having a $500 electricity bill is fantastic. And just running the AC as long as you want in the summer is fantastic. So I do it again, the backup and the solar. I might even do 2 batteries. All right, so there's our washer. And we still got clothes in it. So those clothes never got, well, actually, those clothes did get dried. But they also got disintegrated. And then our dryer's over here. And there's a dryer hookup. Bowflex that I used when I was like in high school, I think. That my mom was like, get this out of my garage. And I said, okay, Mom, I'll put it in my garage. And I never touched it. And now it's gone. We had some seats over there. I see some cups that look like they could be salvaged, maybe. What is that? Not sure what that is. I had a soccer goal in here, some soccer balls, some tools. Yeah. So anyway, this was left of our garage, which faces north. North, that's the mountains. So the fire blew all the embers this way, and that's all she wrote. But so yeah, that is what's left of the Rainer's first home purchase. It may not be our last, but we have every intention of rebuilding right back here on this spot. And it's going to take a while, and it may be difficult, but as I've been saying since this was confirmed, we have no choice but to get through this and to move forward. And in my post yesterday, I reminded everyone that I believe that God is good. And while this is terrible, it does not change that fact. It just means that we got to have a little more faith and trust and endure. And Lord willing, we will. But, oh, yeah, see those? They survived. One of them didn't. But I'm not sure if this one didn't survive because of the heat or if something fell on it and broke it. But we had 4 of these. So we got these 2 still standing. And we often get lizards that fall in here. And there were 2 in there before. So, yeah, and then there was another one over here that seems to have been buried under all that stuff right there. So anyway, guys, I don't want to say I hope you enjoyed this, but I'll say I hope you appreciate me doing this, because in a way I'm doing this for myself. I guess this could be a coping mechanism for me. But I'm also doing it because I'm one of those people that I'm curious about stuff like this. And, you know, most people would be like, I don't want to ask because that, you know, it's devastating. It's their life. Like, I don't want to, but, you know, yeah. So I'm also doing this for those inquiring minds, those people that are like me, that like to watch pimple popper and like to watch surgeries and like to watch how people get through disaster and devastation. I'm basically exploiting myself here, right? Yeah. So this is our house. It is so crazy, but yeah, it's been good to us. I think it was 2019 we bought it, May 2019, and then we did the remodel of the kitchen a year or 2 ago, and then got the solar a year ago or so. But yeah, and this is the kitchen drain clean out. The pipes are gone, but you can look into the, I guess it doesn't focus like a camera. Yeah, so the family's safe. We're in Northridge at Tele's mom's now, at least for this week and probably even next week. I'm assuming if they can get these things everything, you know, safe and cleaned up. School will be back in session next week. So we got to get the kids some school clothes and sort that all out. But yeah. Oh, so this thing went down at about 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning. And I came out here and it was on the van that was parked here. So this was laying over here. And I'm like, if we have to evacuate, I don't want to deal with that. So I came out here, braved the wind and the ash, and yanked it back over there and almost got blown over. But it didn't get burned up. This didn't get burned, and it looks like just that front part of that tree got burned up. This one had some leaves on it still, and those are gone. My big concern was either that tree or that tree getting blown over, and, you know, crashing on our master bedroom. But thankfully that didn't happen. So yeah, geez, how long has this been going on for? I don't know. But anyway, yeah, like I said, I hope you guys appreciate getting this look. Thank God that our whole neighborhood is not gone. Further north, if you were to look up the street or down the street, all you'll see is devastation. So we do have several houses that made it. And so I'm thankful for them, that they have a home to come back to. But like I said, we're not fully out of the woods yet, but so far so good for them. We have some of my neighbors up there that didn't make it. And then, actually this house right here, that got burned down next to this one. Not too long ago, a guy was coming around to turn off gas, and I had to point out to him that there was still a fire burning over there, a gas fire. So they got over there and turned the gas off to make sure that doesn't cause any more problems. But yeah, so there's a mountain. So Eaton fire started way over there, 6:18 on Tuesday, and then it just crept its way along the foothills. And then I saw the outside of my bedroom window right there, and I was watching it. And then next thing you know, an ember came flying, and I said, all right, babe, it's time to get ready. And then the authorities said, evacuate. So, yeah, but these hedges look good though, don't they? Oh yeah, and we got our house painted. So if you go on Google Earth Street View, I don't think they've come by this place in a while. So you'll see the old color of this house, and we decided to paint it all white, like some kind of off-whitish thingy. And when we did it, we thought it looked really good. So yeah, take a look at Google Earth and check out what our house used to look like, and then imagine all of this white, and you might think, oh, they did a good job. But yeah, all right. So I'm gonna turn this thing off now because I was supposed to be back in Northridge with my family. And it's starting to snow ashes a little bit more, but, yeah. So that's all for now. We appreciate all of you who are praying for us. I've been saying that I truly feel that those prayers are being answered because we're doing okay. And so, I can only attribute that to answered prayers because this is crazy. This is crazy. It's unreal, it's surreal, but it is real. So yeah, thanks for the prayers. People have been asking us a lot about like how can we help you? What can we do for you? I'm planning to set up a little like Rainer page update with some information. I mean, if you feel compelled to send us some money to help us in moving forward, you know, I appreciate that. We do have insurance. We've started that process. We know that FEMA has some grants. And so we're tapping into all those available resources to try to see what we can get. This is my first rodeo for having your house burned down. So I don't know if they short you and if we're going to be needing more money for it. I don't know. But we chose to not do a GoFundMe intentionally. But if you still feel like you have to do something or you want to do something, I'm going to set up a little page. I mean, I can tell you now, my cell phone number is a Zelle number. If you want to send something and just put in the note, hey, for the kids or just, you know, whatever. But right now we're kind of okay. You know, as much as we can be. Yeah, and on that page, I kind of go through the story again of like what happened to us here and and then I'll let people know where we're at, because I was telling our neighbors here that what we've been experiencing right now is like when you have a baby, right? When you have a baby, everyone's like, "Oh, how's the baby? How's the mom? How's the?" And so we're getting a lot of phone calls and texts, and it's hard to keep up. But at the same time, I appreciate it, and it's a good problem to have. That means that you guys are, you care about us. And what I always tell people is, like, you don't have to talk to your friends every day, or spend time with them every other week or every month, or even see them every year. But when things happen, your friends reach out to you. It happens. I mean, there have been so many people that I haven't seen in so long, and when something happens to them, I'm there. So I appreciate you guys reaching out and calling and texting and all that stuff. But yeah, the kids are doing pretty well emotionally for now. They haven't seen this yet. Well, actually, I think they may have watched from Taylor, but they haven't fully seen this yet. And there's Alan. I think that's Alan. No, it isn't Alan. They haven't seen all this yet, so I don't know if they're going to break down. I broke down twice today in the office, talking to my coworkers about my youngest daughter and how she had a breakdown, and it just got me. And I was like, wow, that was fun. So, yeah, but anyway, so if you're interested in staying tuned, I'll post that website that I put together, and you can follow along on our journey. I think I'm going to make it a thing, from the disaster to the rebuild, just to keep people up to date. Like I said, I'm that guy. I want to know. A friend of mine did a kitchen remodel, and she started doing that stuff, and I was all in it, and then she stopped. So I might be that guy too, but I'm going to try. Anyway, I'm just doing a Facebook Live, telling my friends, talking to my neighbor whose house survived, so she's happy. Anyway, I'm going to end this now, guys. Love you guys. God bless you. And take care. This is me signing off.